Hi everybody, Dave Cochrane at Remax Professionals in St. John, New Brunswick, east coast of Canada, 60-70 miles up the east coast from the Maine border, if you're not familiar with this area. Very reasonable real estate prices, by the way. So I update you every month on what's going on, and this updates to the end of July, and I do one every month. And so I've had some emails from people around the world that are from this area that appreciate the fact they go online every month and get an update of what's happening around the city as far as real estate prices and what affects real estate in the greater St. John area. So let's get going. What's the news for the month up to the end of July? City officials are talking about maybe outsourcing garbage collection. Get a private company to do it. Always looking for ways to save some money. Never know, maybe it'd be a little cheaper. It might be a reflection in your home taxes if you live in city proper. The New Brunswick Real Estate Association has come out with a paper on property taxes in the province. And I'm a member of the New Brunswick Real Estate Association as a realtor. There's about 1,000 realtors in the province. And here's part of the press release. Over a 6-year period, governments have increased their tax base by $15.5 billion on the backs of property owners in the province. What the New Brunswick Real Estate Association, which we affectionately call the NBREA, says that the paper identifies 4 key points. Simplifying property value assessment, making the system easier to understand, addressing urgent issues for fixed and low-income residents, and number 4, eliminating double taxation on non-owner occupied properties. You own a property in St. John, actually in the province. You're pretty much paying double taxes if you don't live in it yourself. So tell me how that's going to help create more business with landlords in and around the province. The new Peel Plaza Police Headquarters, the $20.6 million headquarters, has been voted to go ahead. Took them 2 hours, and the vote was 8-3 by the councillors. Councillors pledged it would not put the tax rate up, but the cost of building the police headquarters alone is likely to result in a rate hike around 2013. So we shall see. What else is happening? Well, a lot going on around the city. According to Stats Canada, for the first quarter of 2010, $50 million was spent in the city, but that figure dropped to $48 million for the second quarter. And let's see, during the last 2 quarters, construction has been down. $177 million was invested in the second quarter. It was down from $180 during the first quarter. So it's down a bit, but that's okay, because I, after 16 years in real estate, know that real estate is cyclical, just like history. So right now we're not in the tank by any stretch, and St. John never does. It just gets, the rates, it's a good market, and then it's not quite such a good market, and as you get, it keeps going up, the prices go up. So we don't get major peaks and valleys like the Vancouvers, the Calgary, or Torontos of the world. Construction's smoking in Hampton, though. It's one of those pockets in the province that is doing well. Hampton could be in for another good year this year, with construction valued at more than $3 million, 36 permits. During the same period last year, it was $1.98 million, so they're almost $1 million ahead of last year in Hampton for construction. Glen Falls, well, they had a meeting a few weeks ago, and the mayor has said maybe we'll just buy out all the houses that get flooded. All the houses that get flooded, not all the houses. And they're still kicking that around, so we don't know what's going to happen there. The residents don't know what's going to happen there. Let's see. You can submit input, if you like, about that Glen Falls situation by emailing Glen Falls, GlenFalls, at stjohn.ca. Happy birthday to Rosse, just passed her 150th birthday. And looks like the flooding issues in Quispam and Rosse are coming to loggerheads. The mayors are quarreling about it. There's a big pipe coming directly from Shoppers Drug Mart parking lot, and it's pointed down towards Rosse, says Mayor Bishop, Bill Bishop of Rosse. Plus, the fact that they have filled in on the Pettingill Road swampland that did retain water, and it doesn't now. So we're not sure what's going to happen with Oakville Acres. I mean, I feel really bad about Oakville Acres and what's happening down there with flooding, and some people are getting flooding in Oakville Acres, never had it before. 40% of the floodwater is coming from Quispam Sis. That's what Rosse says, so on it goes. The duplexes, it's just in the paper today actually, the duplexes that they've proposed, about $10 million project in Rosse, they're building duplexes, exactly what they are. They're going to build 2-unit buildings side by side. They're going to do that 4 or 5 times and have another unit or 2 as well. That'll be specified down the road, but it's been approved. So we'll be going ahead on that soon. The town of Quispam Sis was going to make new bylaw changes. They went for final reading on it, but they've decided to cancel any changes right now due to concerns and proposals raised during the meeting with the Greater St. John Home Builders Association. And original changes outlined in the document call for a stricter building permit application process and so on. So they haven't passed anything as of yet, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Okay, what's been happening in the month and in the year? Because this is where you're going to get the information, okay, straight to you. Facts and figures, because what I'm holding comes from the St. John Real Estate Board, so it tells you exactly what's going on. To the end of July, the number of expired listings was way up. And what's happening is a lot of sellers are basing their prices on what was going on in 07 and 08, and it's not going on now. Like I said earlier, we're not in the tank, but houses aren't selling as quickly. And the total number of sales for the month is down about 31%. Now, there are some pockets that aren't down quite that much, but generally speaking, for the month of July now, they were down 31%. Sales for the year only down 5%. So July was just a bad month. I don't see that continuing through the rest of the year. The average price of a house the last 12 months is about $164,500. And that's everything that goes through the Greater St. John Real Estate Board market. Some of the areas that still did okay, price ranges, sorry, 140 to 160 did okay, down a bit but not much. 220 to 240, 56 this year, 63 last year, and 380 to 400 was actually up. So higher end houses were up. What happened as far as various areas go? Where are the hot areas? Well, St. Stephen and St. George continue to do well. Every time I pick these stats up and look at them, that Charlotte County area down towards the border is doing well. Maces Bay, Blacks Harbor down through there. Grand Bay, actually Grand Bay sold about twice as many houses last month as they did in the year previous. I'm laughing because, you know, it's not a lot, but it is double. It went from 5 to 10, so that's not bad at all. West Side is down. East St. John is down. I mean, these stats won't last. The Kennebecasis Valley, even though most places on average were down 30%, they were down about 15%, so I guess everybody was enjoying the sunshine. And that's your update to the end of July 2010 from Dave Cochrane at Remax Professionals in St. John, New Brunswick. If you ever want to get a hold of me, you're moving this way, homes, at davecochrane.com. You can check out my web at www.davecochrane.com, get further information there, and there's a toll-free number in there too. See you next month.